Hello my baby, hello my lovies, hello my sweeties, hello my lovies. How you doing, you guys? How you doing? I am back. And I think this is gonna become my theme. Hello my, you know the thing. I think it is gonna become my theme. But I am back on another beautiful week. At the end of it, I'm back though on a beautiful Friday. How are you doing? It's your Koloma Mula Mazo in Bambogo of the river. I am back, you guys. And I have a story for you. I know you saw the thumbnail and the caption. Yes, it's about that. But before we get there, I just wanted to inform you all that last time I made a video, I told you all that I'm gonna be auditioning for something. Yeah, I made it. Mama, we made it. I made it to the second round. So I made it past the audition phase. So yeah, I'm going through. I went through, going through. Yes. Now, let's begin with the story, my love. So the story dates back in the day in 2020. The corona year. I don't know why that happened. The corona year. So originally, because of corona, we all had to leave, and there was going to be a 21-day lockdown. We all know how that went. 21-day my foot. So what happened is, me and my roommate at that point in time, we had decided that we are not leaving. We actually had an option to go or not go, and we decided no, we're not leaving. Like, it's like we had no money, and we went and bought food. We don't have enough money to just up and go. Tickets are expensive. They're very expensive. So you can't just say, okay, you know what, I'm out of here. No, you couldn't do that. So we had to leave. I had to leave, and I don't want to talk too much about that because it's a big story on its own. But I want to rush to the 2 times where I got nearly arrested. It's not just me. It's actually me with some other people. But I don't want to, I don't want to jinx. I don't want to spoil alert. Let's get to the talking. You guys. So I couldn't find a bus. I couldn't find me a plane because I'm booking late, mind you, and everybody in South Africa is going up and down back to their homes, which I think was not a smart move. I really do think that when the president said lockdown, he should have said stay where you are, because that up and down was also an up and down which caused more infections. Just saying, this is not about me taking the presidency, which I can rule. Hey, I can be a good president, don't you think? But okay, guys, let's get to the talking. Yeah, the story. So since I couldn't get those tickets, I had to get another alternative, which was suggested by my sister. My sister was like, you know what? There are taxis that you can use. How about you go try and find a taxi that goes to KZN, because I'm in Western Cape. I need to go to KZN. So find a taxi. So the morning of the leaving, that was the first time of me going to Cape Town. I do not know Cape Town. So literally I had my bags and I'm asking for directions from people that I do not know. And I'm scared of that, because what if a person decides to, like, you know what? Let's take the money. Let's take the phone, So I was scared about that. I was really scared. But however, I asked for help. I made it to the taxi rank. Thank God. Hallelujah. And then in the taxi rank, they're helping me with my luggage. From taxi to taxi, looking for taxis that go to KZN. I don't know why. When people think of KZN, they only think of Durban. Hey man, KZN is big, man. Hey, it is big. So they just said taxis that go to Durban. I'm like, what makes you think that's the only place in KZN, though? That's not where we're at. So I got into the taxi. I paid, blah, 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 blah. The taxi zoomed and went. The taxi was zooming and went. The taxi was going. And as things were going well, yeah, the taxi was slow. It was slow. Because, like, even in the stops, or other, I don't know what they called. They have a name for it. Wherever we stopped, like a break or whatever, it would be very long compared to a bus. The bus won't even be more than 30 minutes. It would be very long. It would be very long. But that's not where the point is of the story. It's a taxi, so it doesn't have as much rules as a bus would. A bus does. So we get in and we go. We carry on with the going. We still going to a destination, which is where? KZN. Everybody here in the taxi is going to KZN. And we go, my love, as we are going in the middle of the night around 1 a.m. Sorry, there are people walking in the corridor. Like, there's some people walking up and down the corridors. I don't know why you're walking with the weather like this. You could be sleeping. Wait, I could be sleeping too. But hey, that's not about me. Back to the story. As I was saying, and we had to go, you guys. At 1 of the a.m.s in the morning, we were stopped. Oh, by the way, there was this fine gentleman sitting next to me. He looked young, so I'm just like, I'm gonna say fine gentleman. He was sitting next to me, and like obviously we're gonna be conversating. Like we spoke here and there and then here, whatever. We spoke and blah 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 blah. Spoke. And then we stopped at 1 of the a.m.s in the morning we were stopped, and as we were stopped by police with the blue lights, yes, with the blue lights, with the bing. Mind you, the vehicle that we are in, the taxi vehicle, actually looks like a vehicle. I don't know, like if there's another term I can use for vehicle, but if vehicle, you guys. So I'm in there, like I'm okay, man. Okay, I'm like, you know, mind you, I'm over 18, way over 18 now. This will count for something a bit later on. We are in that vehicle, and then I'm chilled, man. I have no problem. And this guy I've been talking to the whole way is like, this is an illegal taxi. What? He's like, this is an illegal taxi. This is not even a taxi. Oh my God. Is this a plane? What is this? I was so freaked out. There were a lot of things going in my mind. It's like, is this trafficking? Is this human trafficking? What are we in? I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to make a joke about that. But I was like, he's like, this is illegal. I'm like, explain, what do you mean? And he's like, this is not actually a taxi. It is actually an ambulance. I was like, what do you mean? And he starts showing me things like that made way too much sense. I don't know, this thing by the ambulance, that's yellow thing. When you step into the ambulance, it's for the holding on. He's like, you see that? And there's another door that's supposed to be there. You could see the frame of the door. I was like, oh, Jesus, who died upon a cross. And he's like, even the chairs, like the chairs we're sitting on, they're not really drilled to the, what you call, to the, I don't know, the floor, whatever. And I was like, so, and he's like, that's why he thinks we're actually being stopped. And one other thing he pointed out is, if you look at Exhibit C behind you, there's no window, my love, because these doors are doors that open like this. There's no, I was like, I'm illegal right now. And at that point in time, I'm thinking, am I safety? Is it safety? Because like, am I safety? Because I was like, schlep. I'm over 18. I could get arrested if they get arrested. I'm an adult now. Like, they gonna say you're an adult. You should have. I didn't should have. Hey, you should have checked. I didn't should have. Okay. So we are frozen there, like, and I was still frozen by what he's saying. I was still perplexed. Big words. I was still perplexed by what he's saying. And then the taxi driver, he does this as the police are moving us near the car. Near the vehicle, he turns around and he looks at us. He's like, he says this in Zulu. Let me say it in Zulu. Lalilandla, sonke semncwabeni eThekwini. Now everybody in the car is worried as I am. Like, huh? What? He's like, that. Okay, what I just said is the taxi driver turned around and looked at everybody in the car, dead serious at night in the a.m.s. He's like, listen, we are all going to a funeral in Durban. We are all family. I'm like, hey, brother. How you doing, brother? I literally did that. I looked at this guy that was next to me. I was like, Dama. I was so scared. But there was a part of me that wanted to be still funny about this. I was so scared. I was like, okay. Mtagamar, mother of my brother of my boy. This was very complicated. He just told us that we are going to a funeral. And now the commotion begins. We are deciding on a surname to go with. Like, which family are we going to? Like, who are we going to bury? It's like, I know I'm not going to say my surname because, one, my surname is not a famous surname. So, like, we can't lie about that. Like, they're going to forget it and mispronounce it. So, I'm not going to say my surname. I don't remember the surname thing. Oh, we ended up deciding on Ungobo. We decided on Ungobo. Like, ain't nobody planning to rat out anybody or snitch out anybody. I don't even remember that taxi. But, like, ain't nobody planning on that. Like, we need to go home. We need to get home. Okay? So, we stood there for some time. And the police, they were just checking everything, and they opened the door, and I was like, this is the end of it. Luckily, when they opened the door, they just checked around, and they spoke to the driver for a very long time, and I was like, you okay? All right, it's going down. But they let us go. I was like, I pray to a living God, and when I close my eyes, that was in my mind. I was like, I pray to a living God. That was what was on my mind. But thank God we actually made it out of there. The driver told us, I think he warning. He was just warning me about this car. I was like, you gotta love South Africa, man. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Yes, that was story number 1. Story number 2, I'll try to be short because I don't want this to be a super long video. You know what I'm saying? So story number 2. Story number 2 is a bit more recent. Story number 2 actually happened around November, December last year, which is 2021, when I was going home. When I was going home, what happened was, I actually got a bus ticket that time because I usually just go on a bus because there's no plane that goes to the city that I go to exactly. So I usually just go to use a bus, plus it's cheaper than a plane. So as I was busing with the bus, first of all, I was sitting next to an annoying guy. That guy was annoying. I have my earphones on, trying to ignore him. I had nails. I had long artificial nails, like the longest I've ever done. I had long nails. I had dreads, like, so not like what it was Josie Light dread, whatever. I had that on my head, and I was like, I looked like fine wine. And this fella next to me made me want to punch his ace out. What this guy kept on doing is anytime we had a stop, he would go down and buy liquor. He bought himself some liquor. He didn't even think of sharing it though, number 1. He didn't think of the person next to him. But he would always remember me when he starts getting tipsy. And I have my earphones on. And he takes them, he does this. I'm like, I'm gonna kick your ass. And he does that, and he's like, my sister. And I ignore him. And he takes off the earphone, and he starts rambling. He starts talking, and I'm like, do you stop? Whereabouts do you stop talking? And he's now talking about me being his wife. I was like, you know what? Listen, I am not a wife of anybody except myself. I was pissed. I was totally pissed by that guy. I was like, honestly, I couldn't wait for him to get off the bus. It's like, he was really annoying. He kept talking. Like, I love talking to people when in a bus, but like, he's drunk and he's trying, but even when I'm quiet and anything, he's like, well, he's testing my patience. I even texted my sister. My sister was in Joburg because she's asking me, how's the trip going? I'm like, the trip is going. And this guy is rambling. But the story is not about the guy who was rambling. That guy was talking. I talk a lot. And if I say somebody talks a lot, that person talks a lot. Alright, because I talks a lot. But moving on. I'm in the bus, and again, it's around 12. It's the AMs, okay? We're in the bus. At this point in time, there are actually stops that we stop, and then people get off or people get in to the bus because we are outside Western Cape now. It's different provinces. People from those provinces actually get onto the bus to different destinations. I hope you get the drill. If you don't get the drill, get on the bus and you'll see how it happens one day, okay? Okay. So what happens is someone decides, out of the people who got in recently, and I like sitting at the back, not the last back, but somewhere at the back. I don't know why I don't prefer the front. I just sit somewhere at the back. And there's a pacing who decided, you know what? I'm gonna use my marijuana. Mind you, bus rules are stricter than taxi rules. Bus rules are just strict. Okay, it's just like transportation rules are strict. He decides to use marijuana. I don't know if he smoked it or whatever, but it reeked marijuana. There was a stench of marijuana. You can smell marijuana. And there's a driver assistant. I don't know if it's a driver assistant that actually decided to, come to our side. So, you could smell that there is marijuana happening. Marijuana being marijuana. I was trying to create a word it wasn't creatable. But anyways, the driver assistant, actually, I don't know if it's a driver assistant, he actually came to us, as I was saying, came to the back, and it's like he's sniffing around. Mind you, we're not allowed to use the toilets in the bus. I don't really use them at all, but we're not allowed because of Corona. And like he opened the toilet, he was sniffing. And there were people going up and down there. I'm like, you're sniffing, you're sniffing. You're sniffing. People were busy businessing there, and you're sniffing. Okay, cool. That's not my business though. That's not my business though. You do you. You do you, brother. You do you. And he can actually smell the marijuana, and he was like, who smoked marijuana? I was like, and I'm sure me and a lot of people, including this guy who was next to me, this guy who was talking a whole long time, and this guy wanted to smoke. He was like, yeah, this person didn't smoke with us, la 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 la. I'm like, yeah, preach, brother. This person smoked on their own. They didn't smoke with us. Why you do that? Why you don't share? Because we would have been covering your ass right now, but you didn't share. Jokes. Jokes. But okay, and this guy, I think that point in time was just a warning. He's like, whoever is doing this, stop. Just stop smoking. It's not comfortable for other people, blah, 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 and it's not allowed. I'm like, okay, cool. And it goes back, and then the bus goes again, keeps on going as zoom, zoom, vroom, 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 as the bus is going, and it stops again. And there's marijuana smelling again. And I can smell it too this time, because the first time I didn't smell it until somebody said they smell it, and then my nose was like, let's smell marijuana. Let's try to smell something. Let's smell some weed. Because my nose started smelling it. I was like, that's the only time I smelled it. And this person, and then we were told again, someone is smoking. And at that point in time, we don't know who it is. Like, I don't know who it is. Like, I don't know what you're going to do to me. And this guy is like, you know what? So what will happen right now is that this bus, it shall be stopped in a bloom of the fontaine. In Bloemfontein. And we are not moving. Not just Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein police station. It's the AMs. It is the AMs. He's telling us he's gonna take us to a police station. Okay. We are all freaked out now. And we keep on asking, like, are you sure it's not you? Are you sure? Are you sure? You can just throw it out the window if it's you. Just like throw it out the window. So he actually took us, the bus, to Bloemfontein. I don't know if that was a police station or whatever, but we stayed there for an hour or more. Like, the bus was just parked. And we were so freaked out because they were like, they're going to search our bags. and whatever. I wasn't freaked out about that. I was just freaked out about what if, what ifs, and then we have to write my statement and what, and we have to get arrested because like an accomplice of what. And you know what? I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of crime movies. So I was thinking maybe we are all accomplices here, and we could be arrested for that. I was freaked out. But we just stopped there for a very long time, so much that the thrill just unthrilled. Like there was not the thrill of happiness, but the thrill just unthrilled. I wasn't happy about it, but I was just it. You know, I was like, okay, couldn't wait to go. My feet were killing me, my back was killing me, everything was just killing me. I was like, at this point, it's either you arrest us or you don't. Just don't make us wait here this long because it's annoying. I was at the point in time, take it or just take us or leave it, you know. So we did see the police. The police were there, and you know, guys, those are actually scary things. Like, you know, you didn't do something wrong, but you just feel like, what if? It's just like, what if? And you guys, and what freaked me out is that what if they say we should step out of the bus so they can search our bags? What if as we're stepping out, someone just decides to put the weed in my bag? In my bag? Why you gotta do that though? But you guys, I was just freaked out the whole time. We were all freaked out. It was like, no ways, you guys. So now like they're gonna be searching us. But yeah, guys, those are the stories of the 2 times I would say I nearly got arrested. We nearly got arrested. So far. It's just 2 stories I have so far. And I thank you very much. The day I learn how to sing, you will be dead, I tell you. But I thank you very much, very, very, very much for joining in to the channel and watching me ramble. Love you so much, guys. Until we talk again. Major love.